Hello students, myself Amrita Dhar, Assistant Professor of Electrical Engineering Department of Greater Kolkata College of Engineering and Management, JIS Group. I will teach you Power System 1.
In this video, I will discuss about solar energy system. This topic is included in module 1 of the subject Power System 1. Subject code is PC-EE-502. Now this solar electricity. The electricity produced by direct heating of sunlight on photovoltaic cells is called as solar electricity. Now when sunlight strikes on photovoltaic solar cells, solar electricity is produced. So that is why this is also referred to as photovoltaic solar or PV solar. Now as per source IEA Electricity Information 2017, 4.9% of electricity is generated from solar, wind, geothermal and tidal energy. In recent days it is hiked to about 20%. 20% of the electricity is produced from the solar, wind, geothermal and tidal energy, that means renewable energy sources. Next, principle of solar electricity. Now generation of electricity by using solar energy depends on the photovoltaic effect. In photovoltaic effect, semiconductor PN junction produces electrical potential when it is exposed to sunlight. In photovoltaic effect, semiconductor PN junction produces electric potential when it is exposed to sunlight. For that purpose, we make N-type semiconductor layer of the junction very thin. It is less than 1 micrometer thick. The top of the layer is N layer. We generally refer it as emitter of the same. And the bottom layer is the P-type semiconductor layer, and it is much more thicker than the top N layer. This is more thicker than the top N layer. It may be more than 100 micrometer thick. We call this bottom layer as the base layer of the cell. The depletion region is created at the junction of these two layers due to immobile ions. When sunlight strikes on the cell, it is easily reaches up to PN junction. The PN junction absorbs the photons of the sunlight ray and consequently produces electron-hole pair in the junction. Actually, the energy associated with the photon excites the valence electrons of the semiconductor atom, and hence the electrons jump to the conduction band from the valence band, leaving a hole behind each. Then the free electron, these blue colors are the free electrons, and this white and black border are the hole. Now the free electrons find themselves in the depletion region will easily pass to the top of the N layer on attraction force positive ions in the depletion region. Now in the same way, the holes find themselves in the depletion region will easily pass to the bottom layer P layer because of attraction force of negative ions in the depletion layer. Now this phenomena creates the charge difference between layers and resulting to a tiny potential difference between them. The unit of such combination of N-type and P-type semiconductor material for producing electric potential difference in sunlight is called solar cell. This is the solar cell and solar module. Silicon is normally used as semiconductor material for producing such solar cell. Conductive metal strips attached to the cell take the solar cell or photovoltaic cell is not capable of producing desired electricity. Instead, it produces very tiny amount of electricity. Hence, for extracting the desired level of electricity, required number of cells Such cells are connected together in both parallel and series to form a solar module or photovoltaic module. Actually, only sunlight is not the factor. The main factor is light or beam of photons to produce electricity in the solar cell. Hence, a solar cell can also work in cloudy weather as well as in moonlight, but then electricity production rate becomes low as it depends upon the intensity of incident light ray. Next is the type of solar power station. Standalone or off-grid type solar power plant, grid tie type solar power plant, grid tie with power backup or grid interactive type solar power plant, grid fallback type solar power plant. First is standalone or off-grid solar power station. This is the most commonly used photovoltaic installation used to provide localized electricity in absence of conventional sources of electric power at certain location. As the name prefers, this system does not keep any direct or indirect connection with any grid type network. In standalone system, the solar modules produce electric energy which is utilized to charge a storage battery, and this battery delivers electricity to the connected load. Standalone systems are normally small systems with less than 1 kilowatt generation capacity. Next is the grid tie solar power station. In some countries, facilities is available of selling power to local or national grid. This is gaining popularity in Europe and United States. This system facilitates both electric utility companies as well as consumers. Here, consumers can generate electricity by their own plant and can sell the surplus to the electricity utility company through the grid connected to their plant. As the consumers sell the power, they can earn money as the return of their investment for installation of captive power plant. On the other hand, electric utility companies can reduce their capital investment on their own plant for power generation. In grid tie solar system, consumers consume electricity produced by solar captive power plant during sunny daytime and also export surplus energy to grid, but at night while solar plant does not produce energy. They import electric energy from grid for consumption. The main disadvantages of this system is that if there is a power cut in the grid, the solar module should be disconnected from the grid. This system is not always very profitable, especially where overall maximum demand of the system does not occur at peak sunny period of the day. In hot climate where the power demand for air conditioning machine becomes maximum during peak sunny period of the day, this grid type solar power generation system works most efficiently. Now, grid tie solar system are of two types, with single macro central power inverter and other with multiple micro inverter. With single micro central power inverter and other with multiple micro inverter. In the former type of solar system, such solar panels as well as grid supply are connected to a common central inverter called grid tie inverter. The inverter converts the DC of the solar panel to grid level AC and then feeds the grid as well as consumer distribution panel. Depends upon the instant demand of the system. Here the grid tie inverter also monitors the power being supplied from the grid, and it finds any power cut in the grid, it actually switching system of the solar system to disconnect it from the grid to ensure no solar electricity can be fed back to the grid during the power cut. There is no energy meter connected in the main grid supply line to record the energy export to the grid and energy import from the grid. As we already told, there is another type of grid use where multiple microinverters are used. Here one microinverter is connected for each individual solar module. The basic block diagram of this system is very similar to the previous one, except the microinverter are connected together to produce desired high AC voltage. In previous case, the low direct voltage of solar panel is first converted to alternating voltage, then it is transformed to high alternating voltage by transformation action in the inverter itself. But in this case, the individual alternating output voltage of microinverter are added together to produce high alternating voltage. Now this is a combination of grid tie solar power generation unit and storage battery bank. For avoiding discontinuity of supply during power cut period, on one battery bank of sufficient capacity can be connected with the system as power backup. Next is the grid fallback solar power generation. Now grid fallback is most reliable and stable system mainly used for electrifying smaller households. Here solar modules charge a battery bank which in turn supplies distribution boards through an inverter. When the batteries are discharged to a pre-specified level, the system automatically switches back to the grid power supply. The solar modules then recharge the batteries, and after the batteries are being charged up to a very pre-specified level, again the system switching back to solar power. This system is the most popular where there is no facility of selling power to grid. Now grid fallback system has all advantages of grid interact. Grid fallback system has all advantages of grid interacting system except power selling. But it benefit of using own power whenever it is required, irrespective of position and condition of sun in the sky. Next is the components of a solar electric generating system. So first component solar panel, then batteries, then controller, and last inverter. First is solar panel. The main parts of a solar electric system is the solar panel. There are various type of solar panel available in the market. Solar panel are also known as photovoltaic solar panel. Solar panel or solar module is basically an array of series parallel combination of solar cell. The potential difference developed across a solar cell is about 0.5 volt, and hence desired number of such cell to be connected in series to achieve 14 to 18 volt to charge a battery of 12 volt. Now solar panels are connected together to create a solar array, and multiple panels are connected together both in parallel and series to achieve higher current and higher voltage respectively. In grid tie solar generation system, the solar modules are directly connected to an inverter and are not connected directly to the load itself. The power collected from the solar panel is not constant, but rather it varies with the intensity of sunlight shining on it. This is the reason why solar module or panel do not feed any electrical equipment directly. Instead, they feed an inverter whose output is synchronized with the external grid supply. Inverter takes care of the voltage level and frequency of the output power from the solar system. It always maintains it with that of grid power level. As we get power from both solar panel and external grid supply system, the voltage level and quality of the power remain constant. As the standalone or grid fallback system is not connected with the grid, any variation of power level in the system can directly affect the performance of the electrical equipment fed from it. So there must be some means to maintain the voltage level and power supply rate of the system. A battery bank is connected parallel to this system takes care of that. Here the battery is charged by solar electricity, and this battery then feeds a load directly or through an inverter. In this way, a variation of power quality due to variation of sunlight intensity can be avoided in solar power system. Instead of an uninterrupted uniform power supply is maintained. Normally deep cycle lead acid batteries are used for this purpose. These batteries are typically designed to make capable of several charging and discharging during the service. The battery sets available in the market are generally of either 6 volt or 12 volt. Hence, Number of such batteries can be connected in both series as well as parallel to get higher voltage and current rating of the battery system. Next is the controller. Now this is not desirable to overcharge and undercharge a lead acid battery. Both overcharging and under discharging can badly damage the battery system. To avoid this both situation, a controller is required to attach with the system to maintain the flow of current to and from the batteries. Next is the inverter. It is obvious that the electricity produced in a solar panel is DC. Electricity we get from grid supply is AC. So for running common equipment from the grid as well as solar system, it is required to install an inverter to convert DC to AC of same level as grid supply. In off-grid system, the inverter is directly connected across the battery terminal so that DC coming from the battery is first converted to AC, then fed to the equipment. In grid tie system, the solar panel is directly connected to inverter and this inverter then feeds the grid with the same voltage and frequency power. In modern grid tie system, each solar module is connected to grid through individual micro inverter to achieve high voltage alternating current from each individual solar panel. Next is the application of solar system. Solar electricity. Solar electric power generation system is useful for producing moderate amount of power. The system works as long as there is a good intensity of natural sunlight. The place where solar modules are installed should be free from obstacles such as trees and buildings, otherwise there will be the shade on the solar panel which affects the performance of the system. It is a general view that solar electricity is an impractical alternative of the conventional source of electricity and should be used when there is no traditional alternative of the conventional source of electricity available. But this is not the actual case. Often it seems that solar electricity is more money saving alternative than other traditional alternatives of conventional electricity. For example, it is always economical to install a solar light or solar power source where it is difficult and costly to get point from local electric supply authorities such as remote garden, shed or garage where the standard electric supply point is not available. The solar electricity system is more reliable and uninterrupted as it does not suffer from unwanted power cut from an electric supply company. For constructing a mobile electric power source for moderate power requirements, the solar module is good choice. It can be useful whilst campaigning, working on outdoor sites. It is most effective means of creating green energy for our own purpose and maybe for selling surplus energy to customers. But for producing electricity in commercial scale, the investment and the volume of the system become large enough. In that case, area of the project will be much larger than the conventional one. Although for running few lights and low power electrical gadgets such as laptop computer, portable size television, mini fridge, etc., solar electricity system is quite suitable provided there is sufficient free space on ground or on the rooftop or for installing solar panels. But it is not at all economical to run high power consuming electric pieces of equipment like high speed fan, heater, washing machine, air conditioner and power tools with the help of solar electricity, as the cost of production of such high energy is quite higher than is expected. Moreover, there may be the lack of space availability in your premises for installing a large solar panel. Ideal uses of low-cost solar panel are charging batteries in caravans and recreational vehicles or on boats when these are not in movement, provided there should be trickle charging facility from dynamo during the movement of these vehicles. So solar electricity has many applications. telecommunication power pack for army tent, domestic lighting system, PV integrated building, PV pump, railway signaling, battery charging station, solar lantern, PV refrigerator, etc.
That's all from today's class. If you have any problem, please contact with me. My contact details is given on the first slide. Thank you.